There's an idea most of us have heard many times, that the brain likes order, that once it knows how something works, it can finally relax. And that's true, but only partially true, because there's a strange paradox here. What calms the mind often creates tension in the body. And what feels strange, unstructured, or even wrong to the mind can deeply regulate the nervous system. This paradox explains why so many people carry chronic tension in their lower back, why stretching doesn't always help, and why soft, almost dance-like movements sometimes bring sudden relief. There's one important thing we need to understand. The brain is not a single system, and regulation is not a single process. There is a level where we think, plan, and decide, and there is a deeper level where the body supports itself automatically through muscle tone, posture, and load distribution. At the cognitive level, the brain loves repetition, habits, clear sequences, predictable routines. They save energy, they reduce uncertainty, they create the feeling, I know what's going on. But at the lower level, the level of muscles, joints, and connective tissue, a different logic applies. And this is where most misunderstandings begin. When a movement becomes too repetitive, the same angle, the same load, the same muscles, the nervous system asks a very simple question. Is this structure being overused? Is this a potential risk? And if the answer isn't clearly safe, the system does what it always does under uncertainty. It locks things down. Muscles co-contract. Movement becomes restricted. Protective tension appears. This is not a mistake. It's not bad posture. It's not weakness. It's a normal protective response. The lower back is a very special area. It constantly sits between movement and stability, the legs and the upper body, sitting and standing. During long periods of sitting, variability almost disappears. The same stabilization pattern runs for hours. So the nervous system says, all right, I'll fix this area in place, just to be safe. And that's when people start to feel stiffness, heaviness, and the urge to stretch, twist, or crack something. Now comes the surprising part. Slow, circular, non-goal-oriented movements, especially through the pelvis, often look strange. They're hard to do correctly, hard to repeat exactly the same way. And that's precisely why they work. They restore variability. The nervous system senses, the load is shifting, movement is being distributed, there are multiple options again. And when that happens, control begins to let go on its own. Not because we forced relaxation, but because protection is no longer necessary. There is one sentence that puts everything into place. Repetition reassures the mind. Variability reassures the body. We often try to treat the body using the logic of the mind, but the body follows different rules. It doesn't need a perfect pattern. It needs space to adapt. So if your body relaxes not when you do everything right, but when you stop controlling, that's not a failure. That's intelligence. The body isn't asking to be fixed. It's asking us to stop interfering with a system that already knows how to regulate itself.